Everything just in case.
Lover or hater, it's hard to say that the WWE Women's Revolution would be where it's at today without the influence of one Sasha Banks. Since her debut in NXT 5 years ago, her impact has been seen across the entire wrestling landscape. She put on arguably the greatest women's wrestling match ever seen with Bayley at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. She's a former NXT Women's Champion, she's a 4-time Raw Women's Champion, and even though she hasn't been booked the way she deserves to be on WWE television over the last year, it would be hard to say that she didn't deserve a big-time match at WWE Evolution. In my opinion, she's the greatest women's wrestler I've ever seen. That's going up against the likes of Lita, Trish Stratus, and many others. If you guys didn't know, I'm FitzMonkTV, aka GLauren33. Welcome to the channel. This video today will explore potential dream matches for Sasha Banks at WWE Evolution. This could be against current main roster stars, this could be against WWE legends, WWE champions, and NXT superstars. If Sasha Banks doesn't get a big time match at WWE Evolution, that would show that WWE does not care about the talent they have in Sasha Banks. But without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. Real quick, just want to do some honorable mentions. I only have two right at the moment, alright? Asuka and Bayley. Some of you may be saying, oh, why would you want to see Asuka against Sasha Banks? I'm not saying I don't want to see it. I've seen it this year, the night after the Royal Rumble. It's the best match we've seen on WWE TV all year, in my opinion, for the women. Bayley. We've already seen Sasha Banks versus Bayley a bunch of times. And right now, Sasha Banks and Bayley are set and rumored to be facing each other at SummerSlam. Alright? If those plans do go down, why would I want to see that match again at WWE Evolution? Even though these two did put on the best women's wrestling match I've ever seen personally, doesn't mean I want to see it at the first all-women's pay-per-view. But maybe I'm wrong. But you have to stay tuned to find that out. At number 5, we have Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus is seen by many as the greatest female superstar of all time. She's a 7-time women's champion, and her and Sasha Banks had one of the best encounters of the night at the Royal Rumble this past January. If you guys will remember, Trish Stratus mocked Sasha Banks by doing her iconic boss pose, and Sasha Banks went on to eliminate Trish Stratus from the match, showing us some heel vibes from the process. Even though WWE has yet to pull the trigger on the Sasha Banks heel turn, you can't tell me having the best female superstar of this era and having the best female superstar from the Attitude Era go up against each other wouldn't be iconic. WWE having Sasha Banks versus Trish Stratus take place at WWE Evolution would be seen as a huge moment in history for both fans, past and present, and will give me, at least me personally, those Rock versus John Cena WrestleMania 28 vibes, where you had never before, never again. That's why this match is number 5 on my list. At number 4, we have AJ Lee. AJ Lee, during her time in the WWE, was my favorite female superstar on the roster. She's one of the greatest Divas champions of all time, also being one of the longest reigning Divas champions of all time. You can't tell me seeing Sasha Banks and AJ Lee go at it on the mic wouldn't be just entertaining, but it would be good to see. Seeing AJ Lee bring back that crazy side of her character and seeing Sasha Banks try to counter that would also be one thing I would love to see these two go at it during a feud. Having them face off at WWE Evolution would bring back fans of the company that have not been watching WWE television in the last couple of years. That's one of the reasons why, if AJ Lee does come back for WWE Evolution, WWE should highly consider doing Sasha Banks versus AJ Lee for this special show. At number 3, we have Ember Moon. Ember Moon is one of the best on WWE's main roster today. She is a high flyer, and she has the in-ring skill on the level of an Asuka. She's not as good as Sasha Banks in the ring, but that doesn't mean I don't want to see this match. This is one of the biggest matches WWE's women's division could put on right now. It is a WrestleMania worthy match in my opinion, and I would love to see these two clash over the Raw Women's Championship. Both are not being booked the way they should be on the main roster, but seeing that Evolution is being marketed as this huge show for the women, I would not mind seeing these two go at it for the first time at WWE Evolution at all. If WWE is looking for an opponent from the main roster now for Sasha to face at Evolution, look no further than Ember Moon. If you're looking for a superstar versus superstar match, look no further than Ronda Rousey at Sasha Banks. I have Ronda Rousey second on my list because after Sasha Banks, Ronda Rousey is my favorite female superstar on the roster. If my friend Anthony was watching this video right now, he would probably get mad that I have Ronda Rousey this high. But seeing as how quickly Ronda Rousey has come in and she's learned the ropes and how good she's already become, it makes me very excited for her future. Ronda Rousey and Sasha Banks, in my opinion, is the biggest women's match that you could put on for the entire division. Bigger than Rousey versus Alexa, bigger than Rousey versus Charlotte, bigger than Rousey versus Asuka. There's nothing bigger right now than Rousey versus Banks. In my opinion, this should be the main event for WrestleMania 35 next year in New York. This should be the Raw Women's Championship feud for the rest of the year if WWE books it correctly. Alright, if you're looking for a main event match at WWE Evolution and you want to put a superstar against a superstar, look no further than Rousey versus Sasha Banks. You're going to get fans from the UFC who care about Rousey to view this match, and then you're going to get all fans who love women's wrestling to watch this match because they know Sasha Banks and Rousey are going to tear the house down. If Rousey can put on a good match with Nia Jax, like she did at Money in the Bank, imagine what she can do in the ring with the level of Sasha Banks. That's the only way you have to book this feud. The best versus the best. And there you go. There's your main event for WWE Evolution right there. But remember, it's only number 2 on my list. At number 1, we have a championship match. Sasha Banks is a 4-time women's champion, but she hasn't had a credible women's championship match in about a year. That's because WWE has not booked her in that way. Sasha Banks deserves to be in a women's championship match in the main event of WWE Evolution because she's the best on the roster. You can have her face against Rousey, Moon, Charlotte, Asuka, Ruby Riott, Becky Lynch, etc., etc., etc. But her just being in the main event, fighting for a championship at WWE Evolution, will show me and fans across the globe that WWE cares about Sasha Banks and they see her as one of the faces of the women's division. WWE needs to highly consider who they're going to have for face because this is huge. This is your first all-women's pay-per-view. You talk about how much you admire the woman Triple H, then prove it. Put Sasha Banks in the main event of WWE Evolution. Have her face somebody credible. Have her in a big-time match that we are going to remember. Because this show needs to be memorable. You're not going to give me no whack 2-3-star matches. I want 4 or 5-star matches. And the opponents that I gave you in this video will give you 5-star matches. Any of those matches will. Sasha Banks versus Rousey, versus Moon, versus Asuka, versus Bayley, versus Charlotte, etc., etc. Those are 5-star matches waiting to happen because that's how damn good Sasha Banks is in the ring. Show us that you care. That's all that I'm asking for. Show us that you care about Sasha Banks, and I will be a happy man at the end of the day. In the comment section down below, tell me guys what you guys think. Tell me guys who you think Sasha Banks should face at WWE Evolution. Alright, WWE better not book her in some kind of whack battle royal or some whack tag team match. That's not the way you book a boss. That's not the way you show that you care about your female talent. Put her in a big time match and let the boss show us how much of a boss she actually is. Once again, comment down below who do you think Sasha Banks should face at WWE Evolution. Should it be in the main event? Should it be a title match? Should it be just a normal dream match? Who knows? Tell me what you think. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to this video if you guys enjoyed that. And if you guys want more videos like this, make sure to enable notifications by clicking the bell right next to my name, Fismo TV, so you guys will know every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys for coming through. I hope you guys have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace.